What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Landon Sanders, and as always, I am joined by my co-host and good Uncle Raj, and this is Broad Topic. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
So today, this is kind of a spur-of-the-moment deal, right? We just wanted to talk. We just recorded a video, a podcast, and you were like, let's do another one. Let's get it going. So what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, we just done our 4th of July kind of little just ramble, but something crossed my mind, and I want to go ahead and get off my chest because we're here. And it was some big news over the weekend. It was Friday, Saturday? Did it happen?
It would have
Friday night, because you texted me Friday night.
I texted you.
And I got a phone call from my buddy Petey and my cousin Diz and all that. We talked about it. And since it's on my mind, I want to go ahead and just talk about it. It was the Oklahoma City Thunder trade. And, of course, I got to talking with some, friends on Facebook and getting different opinions, and see how they viewed it. It's funny how people view things, I think it was a good trade. But if anybody's listening that don't know what's going on, Oladipo and Sabonis was traded for Paul George, right?
Yeah.
And Paul George is a very good swing man, number 2, number 3. He can play 2 or 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was a trade, so it's been a big conversation about it. If it was a good trade, not a good trade, the whole logistics of it, and this and that, and Westbrook, is he going to sign? Is he not going to sign? Has anybody heard if he signed? He has until the 4th, don't he, to sign?
Yeah,
He has 2 years left on his contract. He can re-sign now for an extension, or he can wait till next year. And I don't think people understand that he actually can wait till next year to sign his extension.
Yeah.
And so there's some people out there, and some friends of mine, some other people, just saying, "Well, he's going to sign now." Don't go too fast. I mean,
not so fast.
Not so fast, my friends. To quote Lee Corso. And so I had some thoughts and opinions about it, and I just kind of want to talk about that from my perspective.
Yeah, the Paul George trade, it came as a shock to me personally. In fact, some sports radio stations were talking about Paul George going to Cleveland or Paul George going here or there. So going to the Thunder was a really big shock to me personally. Mm-hmm. And I was just scrolling on Twitter. That's where I get all my sports information, basically. That's where I saw the Bob Stoops thing, and that's where I saw this. But they're reliable sources on Twitter. People in sports radio tweeting about it and stuff. But I was like, Paul George going to the Thunder? I never would have even imagined that. But they traded Victor Oladipo and Sabonis. And the thing that really like threw me off is because everybody was like, if Thunder could just get a couple more pieces, and then the Thunder going, and everybody, I guess that's the big thing nowadays is people going and these super teams, quote unquote, with the Golden State Warriors, and now it looks like the Houston Rockets are trying to start to get that, and the Minnesota Timberwolves are trying to start that. It seems like, and I could be completely off base there by saying that, but it seems like teams now are trying to recruit superstars. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Well, and everybody's wanting to make these super teams, and people jumping from team to team, and everybody's blaming LeBron for this. First of all, people, it wasn't LeBron that kind of started the super teams. And I want to get this off my chest, too, since we're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I've had arguments with people. I've got a good friend of mine. He's a Golden State fan, and other people out there that are Kevin Durant fans. And I'll be honest with you, I'm pissed off at the dude. And it's not the fact that he left the Thunder. It's the fact the way he did it. You know what I'm saying? He waited to the last minute. He could have told the Thunder straight up, guys, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do, but I'm leaving. I'm out.
Yeah.
And then the dude ran to a team that had just played for an NBA championship that just beat him, that he was partly to blame for getting beat.
Yeah.
He puked down his damn leg. They had a 3-1 series lead, and he couldn't make a damn shot. He was like 4 of 20-something, or 7 of 20-something in Game 6. All he had to do was make 1 more or 2 more baskets, and the Thunder are playing for a title.
Yeah.
You know, if OKC plays for a title against LeBron James, whether they win or not, does he still run?
I think so. I think Kevin Durant was out the door no matter what was going to happen.
And the coward stuff from Golden State, Draymond Green, basically recruiting him all damn year, and then they were talking during the playoffs. So he was recruiting him during the Western Conference Finals. That's some coward BS, man. I'm just going to say it right now. If you're playing against somebody in a series, you're not buddy with them.
No, I'm there to beat you.
But they were buddies. They were going out to dinner and crap. I mean, that's some coward stuff right there. That's on both parts. And so that affects somebody's basketball game. So whether you want to believe it or not, it's going to affect the game. But anyways, Golden State, congrats to Kevin Durant for going to a team that had won 73 damn games the year before and basically playing for the same team that just won 73 games, and they won a championship. And they act like they earned it. They didn't earn it. They were after, we worked so hard. Dude,
no.
You just had the second best player join an all-star team.
Yeah, it's basically... Yeah.
So to me, it wasn't about that Kevin Durant left. It's about him bitching out and going to a team that had just played in the finals. So... more power to him, I guess. I guess that's the way things are nowadays. Part of that is the AAU culture. Guys jumping from team to team to play with the best teams in AAU to win games and stuff like that. So all that, that all irritates me. And I'm just putting that out there right now. Anyways, we got the Paul George deal. And Paul George is a tremendous player.
I would say he's in the top, what would you say?
He's probably in top 10 right
10.
now. Top 10 easy. And just looking at the stats here, he averaged 24 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. Basically.
How many threes?
I think he shot I remember seeing it earlier. I think he shot like 40% or 45% from 3-point line.
That's not bad.
That's amazing percentage.
Yeah.
That's amazing percentage. So, anyways, the question is this a good trade or not for the Thunder?
I would say, personally, yes.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. You get someone in like Paul George, whether he stays or not, and a lot of people are saying, no, he's leaving after the year. And we'll see. I'm leaning towards that as well, that he'll leave after the year. But here's the thing. You trade Victor Oladipo and Sabonis. Okay, so Victor Oladipo and Sabonis are great players. Don't get me wrong. But what would they give you that you can honestly sit here and tell me that you wouldn't trade Victor Oladipo and Sabonis for Paul George on any given day?
Well, and part of that is Victor Oladipo's contract was crazy.
It was ridiculously high.
It was crazy. But here's my thing. Victor was in his second or third year?
It was his first year at the Thunder.
At the Thunder, but his second or third year in the league.
Oh, yeah, he was...
Sabonis was in his first year.
Yes.
Paul George has been in the league how many years?
Well,
do I need to look it up?
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I don't know either.
But it's more than 2 or 3 years. He's been
I'd say you look that up real quick, and I'll go ahead and finish what I had a thought. I would trade for Victor. I would trade for Paul George. Like we said, he's one of the top 10 players in the NBA right now. And whether or not he stays isn't the issue. It's what is happening right now in this moment. You get a guy like Russell Westbrook and Paul George together. Yeah, a lot of people say they may not mesh. Well, there's a lot of teams and a lot of people, a lot of players that don't mesh. You never would have thought that Kevin Durant would mesh with...
So just to interrupt this, he's already been in the league for 7 years.
7 years.
2010 to 2017, it looks like, just from what I'm looking. So he's 4 years older than Sabonis and Oladipo. So, in other words, Paul George, when he came in, he only averaged 7 points a game. Oladipo was near that this year.
Yeah.
So, in other words, Oladipo could have got better. Now, he had a shitty contract, don't get me wrong, and that's what a lot of people are pointing towards. So, here's my thing. If Paul George stays 1 year and Westbrook doesn't sign this year, the extension, Paul George goes to the Lakers, and let's just say Westbrook decides to stay, then what? Where are we at?
We didn't lose
We have no
anything.
young players, and we got a bunch of free money, basically.
Yeah.
So, but what has the front office of the Oklahoma City Thunder done truly? And everybody says Sam Presti is this genius and blah, blah this and blah, blah that. But where are we at right now? If he's that damn of good of a genius, where are we at?
I wouldn't say
We were
he's-
sixth place.
I'd say that he's made a lot of mistakes over his time as the general manager.
So, let me ask you this, okay? Paul George comes here right now with the lineup that we've got. Are we winning an NBA championship?
No.
No. So, if we only get Paul George for 1 year, what did we gain?
But I do have a question for you, though. What did we lose?
If he leaves, we lose Paul George, which is a perennial all-star.
But what did we lose getting him? Oladipo and Sabonis.
Okay. We lost years on players. Now, don't get me wrong, we got crappy contracts, but what has the front office of the Thunder done to make you think that, A, Westbrook is going to sign again,
Oh, that's not a guarantee at all.
B, are we going to bring in any kind of high-end free agent? We have failed getting free agents in here.
Yeah. No one wants to come to Oklahoma City to play.
Name one all-star that has come to Oklahoma City.
Not one.
All-star. I'm talking legit superstar. Not just all-star, but a superstar that's come to Oklahoma City.
There's only been 2 superstars in Oklahoma City.
And it's
one of
guys that
them's
were
left.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came with...
So just because we open up all that cash, what makes you think we're going to get an all-star to replace George, even if Westbrook stays?
But here is a question.
Here's
though.
my second question, and I hate to interrupt you. I'm passionate about this. Obviously, it's going to take... Okay, look at Golden State and look at Cleveland. Durant, Curry are your... Well, Kevin Durant's a superstar. As bad as I hate saying that. Curry's an all-star. Klay Thompson's an all-star. And Draymond Green is an all-star. So you got a superstar and 3 all-stars.
With a pretty good bench. The average,
Regardless of how good that rest of the team is. You got 4. What is Oklahoma City going to get?
I mean, A...
Who's going to come in 2018? And drafting players is not going to happen. There's not very many Kobe Bryant's coming out at 18 years old, or LeBron James is coming out, or anything like that. So tell me what's going to happen different in 2018. And everybody keeps talking about the future. Westbrook's been in the league almost 10 years already.
How long has he been in?
Let's look at. I'm going to look it up because I don't want to be exactly wrong. But he's in. I mean,
He's been in for a while, though.
he's been in for a while.
But here's a question, and I've been trying to ask you this. You bring in Paul George, you get a year out of him. What? So then he leaves after that year. You got all this money. You're not going to get a superstar in. No other big name guy is going to come in on his own free will. But you open up a lot of cap space. What can you do with that? And I mean, you're saying
What
Who
free agent's going to come in here?
maybe
West-
the Thunder at this point, they need to get pieces. That's all they can do.
So what you're saying, we're going to build for the future. So in other words, Westbrook came in the league in 2008. We're almost at 10 years.
It's almost 10 years.
I mean, how many years is he going to play at the level he's playing at now? I mean, triple-double every night, basically.
That's
You have to have at least 3 at the way the league is set up right now, you have to have at least 3 stars on your team.
With this Paul George thing, they need to get one more guy. Who would be that one guy?
Okay, so you're assuming he's going to stay because the team is set.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Who's coming in now? Blake Griffin signed with the Clippers.
Yeah, he's not coming. That's a done deal. He's not coming.
Jimmy Butler signed with Minnesota.
Yes, he's not coming.
So
who could the Thunder get as of this moment?
You tell me.
I'm asking you.
And listeners out there, y'all tell me who the Thunder can get right now with Paul George. Okay, so Paul George, Westbrook is on the team right now. Who this year can the Thunder get that's going to make the Thunder an NBA champion contender?
This very year.
This very year coming up.
There's no one available that could do it.
JJ Redick. JJ Redick's still out there. He's a shooter.
Is he going to get them to that next level?
But is he going to get them to the next level?
Is he going to be...
I want him on the team. I'll be honest with you. I want him on the team.
Okay, well, you bring him in.
Because he can shoot the shit out of it.
Okay, you bring him in. Can they beat the Spurs? Can they beat the Gold?
They can beat the Spurs.
Okay, can they beat the Warriors?
No.
Can they beat the Rockets?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because here's the thing. The Rockets just brought in Chris Paul.
Well,
and that Chris Paul coming into the Rockets, that kind of... I got to talk about that for a minute. Chris Paul and James Harden, they're both point guards, right? Both point guards. Mm-hmm. Are they going to be on the court at the same time?
I'm going to assume they're going to share duties, and Harden is going to play a lot of 2-guard.
You think Harden's going to switch and be more of a versatile...
He's going to be a combo.
Shooter?
Yeah. I'm guessing. I don't know if that's what's going to happen.
What about Chris Paul and James Harden says they're going to get along, they're going to work together?
And now, folks, we're talking about this at this point right now because we could do this podcast and that stuff change tomorrow.
Yeah.
But right now we got Chris Paul and James Harden on the same team, right?
Yes, as of today, as of July 3rd.
There is no, and let me ask you this. Who in the hell is playing defense on that team?
Yeah, who do they have? That's a defensive player.
I mean, Paul's all right, I guess, but is he going to shut down Curry?
No.
Can he shut down Westbrook?
No.
And so basically you got Westbrook, Paul against Harden and Paul. Paul George versus Chris Paul.
But here's a question.
So I think we win that matchup.
In a league where it's all about the 3-ball, right? Would
Yeah.
you say right at this moment in time,
So now we got
teams are living and dying by the 3-ball.
So now we got one shooter that
We
can
have-
shoot it consistently.
One 3-point shooter.
Unless McDermott and Alex Abrinas can step up.
Yeah. But how many do the Houston Rockets have? 3-point shooters. Harden.
Paul's pretty good when he gets going.
Yeah. He's more of a standard point guard. He's more of a
where'd Ariza go? Is Ariza still with Houston?
I think so.
Ariza. So we'll say Ariza, but hell, their best defensive player is gone. Patrick Beverly.
Yeah. He's gone.
He went to the Clippers.
The Clippers.
So they just got younger, basically.
Yep. Okay, here's something. What about the Clippers?
I think Blake Griffin should have just said, hey, I want to go back home. I'm going to take a pay cut.
He's not going to come back.
Because he could play the 4 for us.
He doesn't want to come back.
Because, listen, the Thunder has 0 4 players. Taj Gibson's gone, and Sabonis is gone. Who's playing the 4 for the Thunder? Tell me. Collison?
You're going to put Nick Collison out there?
Exactly. That's my question.
That dude is how old? 100 years old?
We're going to put Cantor at the 4?
I guess
So
you
now
could
you're going
do
to have
that.
Twin Towers, and then you're going to have, I get, and have Roberson at the 3, George at the 2, Westbrook at the 1, have Cantor and Adams at the 5 and 4.
Well, then who rotates in at the second 5?
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point on this whole deal. Everybody's talking about, well, Westbrook's going to sign the extension. He's going to stay in Oklahoma City. It don't matter what Westbrook does.
Are you confident in this roster today? This roster we have right now?
They're
Let's
not
just say,
winning a damn thing.
let's say this is the roster.
They just, with Paul George, with the current roster, they went from the 6th seed to about the 4th seed, probably.
Yeah.
What is that going to get you? Can they beat Cleveland?
No.
Can they beat the Warriors? Okay, so George leaves. He frees up all this cap space everybody's talking about. Like, oh, we can plan for the future. Now, Westbrook's now in his 11th/12th year. Where in the hell is that getting us?
Nowhere at this point.
You see what I'm saying, people? My question when I put it on Facebook the other night, I said, it's only a good deal if Paul George stays. And a lot of people kept commenting on Westbrook signing my problem isn't Westbrook. My problem is Paul George staying. If he stays, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. But what about Oklahoma City says that Paul George is going to stay? What about...
He's already said he wants to go to L.A.
Yeah.
He told Indiana, he goes, I want to go to L.A.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be here.
Now, if the Thunder can make a run and get in the Western Conference Finals, he might go, hey, wait a minute.
If they can get one more piece.
Are they one more piece away, or are they 2 pieces away?
Okay, well, you just said it earlier that it's a 3-man league. Minimum. But there's a piece out there that they could get that would put them into that upper echelon.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, did I say LeBron started this and everybody's saying LeBron started this? It was the Celtics.
The Celtics did start
Kevin
that.
Garnett, Paul Pierce, and
Rajon Rondo.
Rondo. They was the ones that started the whole... That's another thing. Kevin Durant went to a 73-win team. LeBron James didn't get beat by Miami Heat. 2, Miami had won like 40 games the year before. So, and then they lost the first year in the finals.
Yeah. Kevin Durant went to a team that has been in the NBA Finals the past 3 years in a row.
Right. So, anyways, I got sidetracked again. Sorry about that. What was the question?
I don't even remember. Okay, but we're on the same page. Paul George doesn't put the Thunder in a championship.
Paul George is a tremendous player.
Absolutely. But he doesn't put the
Thunder... Does he put them beating the Warriors?
No.
That's the question. So if Paul George stays, let's say Paul George, they make the West Conference Finals against the Warriors. Well, if you're 4th seed, you're probably actually going to end up playing them before then. But
yeah, probably yeah.
Depending on how I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. But let's say Paul George decides to stay. What player in 2018 or what draft pick in 2018 is going to make us better than the Warriors?
LaMelo Ball.
What the hell you talk? What?
The other son of LeVar Ball.
Oh my gosh. You really went there, dude.
Oh.
Why you want to crack jokes? I'm irritated right now with this whole deal. Got fired up over this.
Keeping it light.
And so my question, another thing. Everybody talks about Sam Presti being this damn genius.
You've already said that.
He signed Adams. Why did he sign Adams a year ahead of time to this $100 million damn deal or whatever it was? And Adams played like shit last year overall. Let's call it what it is. Yeah. 10 points and 7 rebounds. I'm not sure that's the exact stats. That dude, for $100 million, he needs to be averaging 15 and 10.
Yeah,
that's some Shaquille O'Neal top money.
Yeah.
And is he a good defense player? Yeah. But I need 10 rebounds out of that dude, and I need 15 points out of him.
Yeah.
And Cantor, he's got a hell of a contract, and he's a great offensive player, but he can't play no damn defense. He's okay. Now, here's the third one I want to talk about that no one ever brings up is Kyle Singler. This dude is stealing money from the Thunder, and he doesn't do a damn thing at all. He's making, what, $10 million a year? Why is he on the damn team?
Because if they get rid of him, they'll have to pay him anyway.
So everybody talks about Sam Presti this and this, but he's over. He jumped the gun on Adams. He's had a shitty contract with Singler. He's missed out on other. We lost James Harden because we were scared to pay him. Just pay the dude the damn money.
Look what he's doing now.
Serge Ibaka, I get it. He might be actually older than what they say he is. Find a way to pay these dudes. Kevin Durant, as pissed off as I am at this dude, he left because the Thunder front office screwed some stuff up.
Yeah.
They should have never... Listen, that's another thing. Before they fired Scott Brooks, they should have brought Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook in and said, do you want Brooks here, or do you want us to get a new coach? That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
LeBron James runs Cleveland.
Yeah.
He runs that shit. So, why didn't the front office of Thunder say, Kevin, Russ, what do you want? And we're going to try to make it happen. Because we want you here. A, we want to pay you. What kind of offense do you want to run? What kind of this and that or whatever. And find out what they want. Now, the side story that we might not know is Russ and Kevin Durant maybe didn't like each other.
That's up in the air. It's debatable. I don't know. I don't have the inside scoop. But here's the question. Do you think there's anything that could have been done to keep Kevin Durant here? Because if it was about the money.
It wasn't about the money. Everybody says, oh, he's got to go get paid and get that ring and all that. It wasn't about the money.
I don't even think it was about the ring.
I think it was about... I think something we don't know about in the front office wise happened.
Yeah.
I think the Scott Brooks firing had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But, at that being said, I think Draymond Green, being the bitch that he was, texting and calling all year long, recruiting Kevin Durant, got in his damn head. And obviously Golden State runs a great offense that's free-flowing and all that. But the Thunder could have implemented that.
Yeah, the Thunder could have done that.
And another thing with this, I'm so far. I'm sorry, Bo. I'm taking over this thing. I'm just pissed off. The Thunder talk about this Andre Robertson dude. Listen, I'm 40. I'm fat, and I'm out of shape. I promise you, you give me 3 months of practice, I can knock down more threes than that dude can in a damn game. I promise you.
Yeah.
I can't play no defense. I'm old and I can't run the court. But I bet you I can shoot. And I bet I can hit more free throws than that. How in the hell can you be an NBA player and shoot 10%? Or whatever it is, 20% from the free throw line?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And then the second thing to that is, why do you need a defensive stopper if you're built around defense in the first place? Shouldn't your whole team be good at defense?
You'd think.
So why do you need a defensive stopper that can't shoot the damn ball? What? And everybody said, well, Dennis Rodman back in the 90s was all he did was rebound. But he got 20 rebounds a game.
That, and he had the offense.
But he had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, all them dudes around him.
Yeah.
And then when he played for Detroit, he had Isaiah Thomas, Mark McGuire, Vinnie Johnson, Bill Laimbeer.
That's all he had to do was get rebounds.
That's all he had to do.
He didn't have to score.
Right.
He didn't have to play.
So, and what is Andre Robertson's stats? Does Andre Robertson do anything, one thing better than what Dennis Rodman could do? Dennis Rodman would grab 20 rebounds a game and get in people's heads and play defense and get putbacks. And is Andre Robertson doing one thing better than what Dennis Rodman could do in the 90s for the Bulls? No. So, I'm fired up. I'm sorry to get fired up, but these things came to me. Go ahead.
Let's step away from your rant for just one second. Taj Gibson left the Thunder to go to Minnesota.
Oh my goodness! Is that because of money? What was the deal on that?
I don't know. Didn't read into it too much. I just know that he left.
So basically, you're telling me that the Thunder has 0 guys that can play the 4 position.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, the Thunder should have found a way to sign Taj Gibson
Or somebody.
because I don't know who they're going to put at the 4. Now, Minnesota has a bunch of young talent. Now they just added who? Jimmy Butler?
Added Jimmy Butler
and Taj
Gibson. Minnesota's going to be looking stout.
They're going to be pretty good. They're not going to win nothing.
No. Not this year.
But they got Wiggins and some other young cats that can hoop.
They can get there.
So they might have just jumped up in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And were we looking at Carmelo Anthony maybe going to Cleveland?
Carmelo Anthony is trying to opt out of his contract with the
Knicks.
Knicks, yeah. ESPN says possible Cleveland or Houston. Could you imagine if that dude goes to Cleveland or Houston? Okay.
Instant offense.
Let's just start with Houston, then we'll get into Cleveland after that. Dude goes to Houston. James Harden, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony.
Well, here's what's going to happen on that deal. There ain't going to be no defense.
They're shooting threes all day long.
But they're going to put the ball in Chris Paul's hand. James Harden is going to sit out here behind the three-point line. And Carmelo Anthony is going to sit out here behind the three-point line. And Chris Paul's going to have one-on-one. Somebody comes to double, he's kicking it out. They're shooting a three.
They're gonna spread the floor, aren't they?
Now, good thing about Carmelo Anthony is he can post up.
That's true.
He can post up at the mid-post. His defense is lacking, but his offense is still
pretty good for how long he's been in the league.
He can still score in bunches. Now, he'll drop 40 on you tonight in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But even if he's just posting up, you got Harden running around and Chris Paul running around. Can they still beat the Warriors is the question. They might win 2 in a series.
In a series, it might be a 50-50 series.
I think it'd be...
Or 50-60, however we...
If Carmelo goes 50, to Houston...
50-40. 40-60. 40-60. I'm bad at math.
40-60 for 60 for Warriors.
60 for the Warriors, 40 for the Rockets.
Here's what I'm saying. If Carmelo goes to the Houston and they play in a 7-game series, it's going to be a 4-2 series Warriors.
Yes. At least.
Yeah. So, really, did we get anywhere? So what we need is Harden to take a pay cut. We need Carmelo to take a pay cut. J.J. Redick to take a pay cut, and I'll come with Thunder.
That's not happening.
We need that to happen.
You know Carmelo's not taking a pay cut.
No. But anyways, the bad thing about Carmelo is he is kind of a black hole when it comes to offense, because if they throw it into him, it ain't coming out.
Oh, no,
he's going to try to score.
No doubt.
So that's the one thing about. But if you team him up with LeBron and Kyrie Irving.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
What if he goes to Cleveland? You've got Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Tristan Thompson, and who's their 4-man?
Hell, I don't know what they got going on there. They got they got Jimmy Smith coming off the bench, don't they? No.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
They got J.R. Smith.
And they got Shumpert.
That Shumpert dude?
Yeah.
That Shumpert dude would probably still stay there.
Here, a little side note. Did you realize, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I heard this stat. Did you know the Cleveland Cavaliers starting 5 outscored the Golden State Warriors starting 5 in the series in the NBA championship?
Yeah.
So that tells me the bench is what killed the Cavaliers.
They don't have a bench.
They don't have a bench. So,
J.R. Smith had a terrible series.
Yeah, terrible.
Terrible playoffs.
Yeah. Because he's hurt most of the damn year.
Yeah. That's another thing. Can you rely on any of these guys to stay healthy?
No. What we really need, everybody else has injuries. We need the Golden State Warriors to have injuries during the playoffs. Like, tear their damn knees and shit. Like, Leonard from... Speaking of that BS putting your foot under Leonard while he did a jump shot, and Golden State fans, oh, he didn't do nothing wrong. Screw that. That dude knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
They had them down by 20 that first game. 20-some-odd points. Leonard goes out. Warriors
whole different ball game.
What we need is Leonard to go, listen, I'm going to the Thunder.
That's not good. You keep bringing
I
all
know,
these
I
names
know.
up.
I'm trying to
You
be
might
light
as
because I'm
well-
fired up. But
You might as well say, let's get LeBron and
you do know
OKC.
this. You know the Spurs are shopping Aldridge too, right? They're
Really?
shopping him. Yeah,
We could,
we could take him for the 4 spot.
Yeah.
Could you check this lineup out? Adams, Aldridge, Westbrook, George, and then that's when you can have your Roberson. That's your 3.
why you keep saying Roberson?
It's Roberson, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's Roberson. Roberson. Or Robertson. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. The dude can't shoot. I don't care. I can shoot better than that dude. And I'm 40. And I'm shaped and fat. Anyways, I'm fired up. I can't. Anyways, everybody keeps talking about, well, Westbrook is going to sign, blah, blah, blah. And then if George leaves, it's still a great move because we free up all this money. Well, name me one player in the draft that we can get next year or a free agent that we can spend money on that's going to come to Oklahoma City. Tell me. Is LeBron James coming?
No. No chance.
That'd be great if he did. Could you imagine Russ and LeBron on the same team? That'd be pretty damn solid.
Could the Thunder pay LeBron?
And another thing, all you people still loving Kevin Durant, but you hated LeBron when he did his shit, but you don't hate Kevin Durant for what? Hypocrites. That's all I'm saying. I hated LeBron. I was a LeBron fan. He left. I got mad at him the way he left. He comes back to Cleveland, wins the championship. I'm cool with LeBron now. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Durant's not coming back.
Kevin Durant come back, double burst Kevin Durant. And all you people say, why are you being mad at Kevin Durant? You just pissed off Thunder fans? Hell yeah, I'm pissed off. I'm supposed to root for Kevin Durant. He plays for the damn other team. He went to a team that beat him. What if Michael Jordan went to the Detroit Pistons?
He wouldn't be looked at
Guess what?
at the same regard.
My favorite player of all times, he wouldn't be my favorite player of all times.
All right, let's do it. We're going to do it right here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
People want to say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan.
Shush.
And people
First
want
of all,
to say,
go ahead.
well, Michael Jordan couldn't play in this league.
Okay. All right. First of all, and then they want to compare this team or the Jordan teams to the Golden State team.
They want to do that too. But
First of all,
let's stick with Jordan and LeBron first.
First of all, let's go to Jordan LeBron. I like LeBron James. Okay,
I do too. I think he's one of the best.
First
to
of
play.
all, and a lot of people I've heard people call him a thug, this and that. The man has never been in trouble with the law. Never hear him of cheating on his wife. You never hear about him partying. Is he arrogant and shit like that? Yeah, he's a little arrogant. But
everybody in the
if I was in the NBA, I'd be an arrogant ass too. I mean, because I'm making millions. But he hasn't done none of that stuff. But let me tell you something right now. I grew up in a great era because I got to see the Celtics versus the Lakers in the 80s. I became a Jordan fan probably about 86, 87. So I was a huge Chicago fan. And then when Jordan retired, I got to watch the NBA and got a different perspective on it. We can go into that later. I like LeBron, but let's stop comparing him. Is he physically bigger, probably stronger than MJ? Probably. But he does not have the mental capacity, the willpower to win his team or drive his team to a win like Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan was the ultimate competitor. Ultimate competitor. I don't see that out of LeBron. I think LeBron gives up a little bit because his team around him maybe not as good. Michael Jordan willed his team to some victories. And to say Michael Jordan didn't play against great competition is the absolute dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Is absolute. The dude beat Stockton and Malone in the NBA playoffs. He beat Magic Johnson in the NBA finals. He beat the Seattle Supersonics. Had the glove. The Seattle Supersonics won like 65 damn games that year. Are you kidding me? And then he beat Portland one year, had Clyde Drexler on it. Are you kidding me? Shut the hell up with that.
People want to say that Michael Jordan couldn't keep up with the pace of the game.
Okay, now you want to talk about the game in general itself.
Yeah,
right?
let's talk about the game.
All right. Well, you're a lot younger than me, and this is the thing. Michael Jordan scored 30 some odd damn points a game. In the playoffs, in the finals, he averaged like 30 points a game. In the finals, in the playoffs. That was the time when you could do hand check. Yep. You could grab players, do all kinds of dirty shit to them. Could you imagine him, what he could do in this league where you can't even touch a dude? You can't even look at a dude.
It's true.
You can't even look at a dude. Jordan would average 40, 45 points damn a game. I mean, he would just destroy this league.
With his drive ability as well?
Driving ability? Yeah. Who the hell is going to guard him?
He goes to the basket. He's drawing a foul every time.
Every time.
In this league.
And Michael Jordan was a superstar of all superstars. So if you looked at Jordan in the 90s, after he won some championships, he got all that major respect from the refs. So if you looked at Jordan, he got a foul.
Yeah.
Can you imagine in this league?
Yeah.
He would average 40 to 45 points a game in the league now. I'm telling you right now. The Detroit Pistons beat the hell out of him and Scottie Pippen, and he still averaged like 30 points a game.
Yeah.
Go watch the highlights. Jordan drove the lane back in the day. Scottie Pippen their asses were on the ground. That don't happen nowadays. Now it's a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2. People are kicked out and shit.
Yep.
No, don't bring this stuff.
Who's calling you?
It was Tommy. Tommy, we're doing a podcast.
Tommy, we are live.
I'll call you back here in a minute. Second of all, let's just say the Jordan Bulls played in this era now, and say they're in the finals. Which rules do you want to play by?
That's true. You want to play by these ticky-tack rules?
Do you want to play by the ticky-tack, look at me, there's a foul rules? Or if you drive the lane, your ass is getting put on the floor.
You think Curry could stand that?
If Curry played in the 80s and 90s, listen, I'm going to say Curry can shoot the shit out of the ball. Great ball handler, can shoot it. If he played in 88, 89, and 90, he wouldn't make it through a season.
No, he'd be hurt.
Because I promise you, once he's played the Detroit Pistons, he'd be at midcourt doing that bullshit he does now where he shoots it and turns around, chews on his mouthpiece before it goes in bullshit. His ass would be on the damn court because somebody clotheslined him. Are you kidding me? He wouldn't make it through a season. I'm sorry, he wouldn't. You can try to tell me otherwise. It ain't happening.
No, not happening.
It ain't happening. And that wasn't just Detroit. A lot of teams did that in the East.
Yeah.
Even in the West, they would do that. The Showtime Lakers were a little different, but that's another thing. The Showtime Lakers scored 120, 130 points a game in the 80s where there was actual defense, and they still did that. So what would they do against these teams that don't play no damn defense? They'd scored 150 damn points a game. Who in the hell on the Golden State Warriors could stop Magic Johnson? Magic Johnson was a point guard. He was 6'9". Who's guarding him?
Nobody.
Draymond Green?
He'll just
okay.
Kick him in the nuts.
So who's going to cover James Worthy? Michael Cooper? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? There ain't nobody on the Warriors that can cover Kareem.
No.
And maybe Kareem couldn't guard nobody, but that Jaja, whatever the hell his name is.
Pachugala?
Yeah, whatever.
Something like that.
I think Kareem could guard him. He's slow-footed dude. They're both slow-footed, so who cares?
Yeah.
But Kareem would skyhook over his ass all day. and then Chambers coming off the bench. Are you kidding me? Who's guarding Tom Chambers? And really?
It's settled.
It's settled, man.
It's right there.
Then
no more discussions. It's over.
Boston Celtics. Who in the hell in the Warriors is covering Larry Bird? Name one person that can guard Larry Bird. When Larry Bird wasn't hurt, name one player. And I want an honest response. If people actually listen to this, send in the Golden State Warriors this year. Who's guarding Larry Bird?
Yeah.
With the rules nowadays.
With the rules nowadays?
Who's guarding Larry Bird? Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Bill Walton. Who in the hell's guarding them dudes?
Exactly. There it is.
Could Golden State maybe beat them teams in a 7-game series? Maybe. But you saw last year when Cleveland got to play physical, what happened?
They lost.
The warm down, and Cleveland won. So
there it is.
But anyways, we got way sidetracked. I went all different ways. The NBA is not the same, so we kind of got to look at it is what it is. But what Kevin Durant did, as far as it wasn't about him leaving, it's the way he left. He went to a team that he couldn't beat. So, what's more impressive to you? A person that works his ass off and maybe wins one championship, and he went through the battles and earned it? Or jump ships and goes to a team that had just played for a championship and won 73 damn games, and it wins it easy. It wasn't even a competition this year.
No.
It wasn't even a competition. Ain't that what sports is about, is competition?
Not anymore. It's about just winning.
So, how in the hell, as a sports fan, I'm supposed to give him the respect that maybe he's due to him? I don't. Double birds to him.
Double birds.
Earn it. I got more respect for Karl Malone and John Stockton that never won the damn thing in their prime just because they happen to go up against Michael Jordan. Charles Barkley. That's another thing. That Phoenix Suns team that Jordan beat for his third championship would have won if Michael Jordan wasn't playing. They won like 60-something odd games. So, anyways, we got sidetracked. I went off on a rant. Anybody wants to challenge this opinion or thoughts, bring it.
Don't sing it.
Bring it. Great for Kevin Durant, but to say he earned it, he didn't earn shit. And that's about what sports is about, is earning it. Working hard and earning it. Did he work hard to be a great basketball player? Yeah, I'm not doubting that. But he did not earn that championship. Was he the best player on the court?
Yes.
Was he?
Well,
LeBron James averaged a triple-double in the damn NBA Finals. If LeBron James... Let me look at this. Reverse the roles. If LeBron James was in Kevin Durant's spot on the Golden State Warriors and Kevin Durant was on the Cleveland, who would have won the series?
It would have been the Warriors.
It would have been the Warriors.
It would have been LeBron James.
It would have been LeBron James. So Kevin Durant didn't have to do shit with that. You could have put Westbrook in that spot. You could have put any great player in that spot. Did Kevin Durant play great? Yeah, of course he did. Was he the difference? Yeah, of course he was, because he had 3 other damn superstars. Now I had another guy say, well, like, Cleveland has 3 really good... Really? Do they?
They don't have 3 superstars.
They got 2.5 superstars.
Kevin Love
is a half.
Is a half.
Kyrie Irving and LeBron James.
Yeah.
So, anyway, go ahead. Any other questions or thoughts? I mean, I'm worked up. I'm sorry. I've been keeping this all in, and with this Paul George trade, it doesn't get Thunder anywhere closer.
No.
Who gives a shit if it opens up cap space? Who gives a... Unless Paul George stays and Westbrook stays and they can find another superstar to play on that team, it doesn't matter. As long as that Golden State team stays together, it doesn't matter. Does it?
No, they're not beating the Warriors.
So all this excitement and stuff, that's why I said don't get too excited.
The only thing it's going to do is sell more tickets.
I think Russell Westbrook, what he's done is amazing. But he can't beat them dudes by himself.
Nope. You want me to end it?
Whatever. I'm fired up. We might have to do a part 2 to this.
A part 2 to this? We'll do it. Not today.
Mm-mm.
But I will say this. We're going to end it like this. Rajon Rondo was waived by the Bulls.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we're going to end it right here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this rant.
It was a rant.
It was a rant. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you guys
one last thing.
Okay.
Double birds to Golden State Warriors and Kevin Durant. I don't have to lock him. Just because I'm a Thunder fan, he's Kevin Durant. I don't have to lock him. He plays for the other team. Double birds.
Double birds. With that being said, I'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.